Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a short 30 minutes of sewing with Genome. My name is Céline Ross, and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So, Mother's Day is next month, and not at the end of the month. So, I was thinking doing something for you to show you something different. It's a knee pad for gardening, but on which fabric? I search over the, of course, internet, Google, Pinterest. They have so many. You can buy some already made, of course, but when we sew it, we want to give a gift that we did by ourselves. Huh? So I said, oh, that's a fabric. There's a fabric that we didn't touch yet, and this is what I use today. Um, I saw many things on internet with the leather, but I said, oh, pure leather in a garden. There's um, hard stones and all these all type of sorts of thing that can scratch my leather. I didn't want that, but there's some that you can buy on leather. So I was watching you in hello, bonjour Stephanie. Shirley was watching me in French. Did you want to learn to speak French, Shirley? Oh, that's nice. So it's the same one, but maybe, I don't even repeat always the same thing. It's not possible. I don't remember. Okay. So, bonjour, Véronique. So, I'm going to turn the camera and show you what I did, the work I did. I touch here and camera arrière, and this is the project. Okay. Okay, I enlarge it. Okay, good. When I enlarge, I don't see the comments. Okay, but I will reply to you after when I'll come back on the right camera. Okay, so this is my knee pad, and I'll explain to you why I did it like that. I made it like this. Okay. Of course, I use the biggest hoop from my Continental M17, which is 18 inches point one, which is important, by 11. So this is what I use, full, the design full. But if you have another model, like I would say in the 500 series, for 450, no, not for 450, 500, the one who has the RE36D hoop, well, it's a good size too. Okay. So I fill up the whole hoop, and I use this, which is geotextile, for gardening. This type of this material for gardening. So this is what I use, and it's good. No matter what, we're going to be on our knees on these things. So if it's good for the plant, it must be good for my knees. Okay. So this is what I used. Maybe you like that. Geotextile material, not fabric. This is not fabric. You buy it on a roll, or just a different way to buy this. Okay. And this is what I used. And maybe like this, because it puckers when it's not on the. It didn't pucker. It didn't pucker, but because it's not fully with the big thick I would say mattress or cushion underneath, it's better. But I have loose because I want to add some padding. Oh, padding, that's the word. Okay. So what did I do? Of course, I want to choose a built-in design, okay, from my machine to do the embroidery. The fabric is not that thick. I shouldn't say fabric. The material is not that thick. You see, it's not that thick. Okay. So I hoop two layers to make sure. And I slide underneath, I slide some tearaway. So I'll move the camera to the screen, okay, which is ready. Okay, and embroidery mode. Yes, I want to do embroidery. No, I don't want to use the same design. I want to show you something else. Okay, so I went into the hoops and I choose something related to flower or gardening. I didn't want something very nice, like a big flower. You know, I'm going to put my knees here. So if I put my knees here, I don't want anything. Yeah. So I choose. Let me turn the page, I should say. I think I turned the page. Yeah, this is what I use. That's the one I use. But you know, no matter what, choose the one you like. Okay. And my machine is getting ready. So what I did, you see, it's three colors. So I went into the edit mode. I don't have the right hoop, so I changed my hoop for the largest one, RE46D. And I I changed the size of the end of my design, and I enlarge a maximum like 20% more, bigger. Okay. If you want to do some changes, you do it to the first one, because then you're going to copy and paste and you won't have to do all you want to redo the changes to all the designs. So if I look at my design, I'm going right away into the colors. Green, it's okay, this is what I want. Second green, exactly, this is what I want. And the little thing here is, it's, I'm not sure if it's flowers, like, it's too small. I want them orange because my thread is orange. Okay, so I change it and I'm gonna give it a name, a number. I'm using Genome thread. Okay, I know orange is 203. I'll say okay and okay, and my design is ready. So now what I did, I put one here. Okay, I copy paste, I put one here. Okay, I copy paste and I send it into the center because it was easier, faster to make sure it's in the at the right. I didn't have to move it up and down. If I say okay to this, I know I have three colors. I'm going to see 9 colors here. I don't want to start. You see, you have that icon and it keeps repeating. I don't want to embroider with the thread 218 and then change. So what I did first, you remember, I did this one, then I copy paste, then I came here. I don't want my machine is going anywhere, okay? Everywhere. So I will click on 1, 2, 3, and I will say 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is done. Now I want to group my colors. So I'm coming to all the spool of thread here, and I can group the color when I do copy paste, and they are copy paste. Okay, I'm supposed to end up with 3 colors. Exactly what happened. 3 colors. I want to see what's going to be embroidered first. So this is the first sequence, second sequence, and the last sequence. Okay. Then I hoop my fabric, like I said, and I slide underneath some tearaway, 2 thicknesses of tearaway. And then I keep going. When this was finished with all this manipulation, you know, it's easy, but you can take another design, and the layout could be different. Maybe you do, if I remove everything, maybe because it is a rectangle, maybe whoops, no, maybe you want to choose something like for a corner. Maybe this is what you prefer. Okay, maybe you prefer, whoops, to do this, let's say 45-degree also, because I don't want to put my knees and then four. Maybe this is what you prefer. I didn't want to put my knees on uh, a thickness of this, because if I touch it, I feel this. So I don't want to put my knees here. I want my knees be flat, on a flat surface. So it's up to you. Okay. Um, Always, if I ask how many colors here, and if I don't do group colors, I'm going to end up with a lot of thread change. See, only three, because one design has three colors. And I did my embroidery. It wasn't long, and I embroidered at 1200 stitch a minute. It was 31 minutes. No problem. Then, when this was finished, I came to sew. I had to sew all the way around. And I had to do my handle, okay, with a decorative stitch to achieve a perfect um, design. It's best to use the AcuFeed Flex system. Okay. I choose this color, this yellow color with this to match those yellow color. But this fabric is thin and don't put the iron on. Add something in between. So what I did, I'm going to put some snaps here. The plastic one, because I don't want any rust. And inside, I slide some cushion, some padding. And this is what I want to talk to you now. So I'll move the camera again. And this is what I use. Okay? This is what I use. It's very thick. You can use this for a cushion, where for you when you sit, or your back, or a rocking chair, or a kitchen chair, whatever. But it is thick, and there is one even thicker. So I didn't insert all this. If you look what I didn't use that thick. You see the difference between the two? So what did I do? I like this because I can separate it. Okay? So this is what I did here. So this type of padding, you can separate easily. You see? If you want. So this is what I did. See, this is the other part of the cushion that was inside. This is the other part. So from this, I came to this here. Okay. And I cut the excess. And I didn't use, the rotary cutter. It was too thick. So I used my scissors. I drew a line, and I went with my scissors. So maybe this, I think it's very easy here in Montreal, very popular. All the stores, they have this. They carry it. You can by square, by rectangle, by the yard. There's no it's not hard to find. Okay. And it's smushy. When you put your knees here, it's comfortable. No matter what, you don't want this stick to be on the floor. Maybe, but you do whatever you want. And what I did, I want to put snaps because I want to insert. If I don't have enough, or if one day it becomes flat, I want to be able to add some. Okay. But let's say you don't want to do this. I search, I look on Pinterest, I look on Google, I search, and of course, they're selling so many different knee, knee, uh, knee padding, knee gardening. I don't remember the word I used, but there's so many on the market. but this is my version, okay? And like I said, I want to put my two knees here. Let's say I just want to do just a rectangle with embroidery and I want to stitch around my design. I leave this here, like I said, free for my knees. Let's say I want to sew in between, okay, on the thick fabric, like I did here. Look at the thickness and look at my sewing. To achieve a perfect beginning and a perfect end to that thickness, okay? So I'll come back on the camera. Oh, not on the camera, on the sewing machine. I'll move the camera, I should say. So what I use here is going outside. It's going to be on the grass and on the earth. So I use polyester thread for the two greens, and for the yellow, I use different thread just to try out something very strong. It is a home deck thread by Wonderfil. It is size 40. Why did I use this one instead of size 50? It's just because I didn't have the color. But size 60 would be okay. So just for decoration, it's a thicker thread, stronger thread. Okay. It's for home deck. So if you cover your garden chairs, or it is the appropriate thread. Okay. And because all is perfect from beginning to end, what did I use? Aha, AccuFeed Flex system. Wonderful. It does a perfect job. But there's a way to work with it. So I'll come back onto sewing mode. Okay. So now it's sewing with foot A. But me, I want to use my foot uh, AccuFeed Flex foot. AccuFeed Flex system with the open toe foot. Okay, I said it right. And a decorative stitch like I did on my handle. Okay, my handle is not thick, but I'm just showing this to you to remind you, or to show you that on very thick fabric, that system is perfect. So I want to do I'm going to tell my machine I want to use the AccuFeed Flex. So the machine is telling me, make sure you have the right foot. Yes, I am sure. But I cannot use all the different stitches, even on the decorative stitch. This is all I can use. I want to do decorative stitch with the AccuFeed Flex system. So there's 3 lines here. Okay, 3 lines. I'm telling my machine, hey, I want to set this manually. I'm going to say, yes, this is manually that I want to use. Okay, and look, everything came back. Of course, if I did this, it's easy. But I want to choose something, a real design for you to understand the system, okay? So we have botanic. This is a new category in this machine. But maybe your machine has something similar, a different stitch similar. You want to see all the possibility here, all the stitches. There's this icon, and you see in the botanic collection, you choose from there. Okay. I'm going to use, I don't want to do something too dense because I have a thick thread. Okay. So I used something similar before. Let's say I want to do different. And open. Tulips, flower. Oh, yeah. I become fussy now. It's like there's not enough design for me. Oh, let's do something like this. Okay. Am I happy with this? They're all on the same side, the same side. Open the memory. I want one. Let's say I want another one, but opposite. You see? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Or maybe I want a design. No, this time I'm going to flip it horizontally and vertically. You see? So there's no, okay, same. Okay. See, one flower here, one flower there. You know, you can explore this so much. Okay. And now I thread my needle. Do you see well? Yeah. I thread my needle with that tip thread without a problem, but I do not suggest to use the automatic thread cutter. The thread is too thick and too strong. Okay. And I'm full speed. Okay. And I'm going to start sewing, and you see how thick it is. So this system can detect and adjust, can detect the, the thickness of the thread, no, the thickness of the fabric underneath, and will apply the right pressure to the pressure foot. So I'm using AcuFeed system, as you see. And when you attach it, don't forget at the back to insert the little prong, to stay inside this case. And then I'm 1200 stitch a minute. I'm sewing fast. Okay. And you see how everything is moving so much. And because of this system, all the layers are going all together at the back. I'm almost finished. Maybe you hear the noise, but there's a design thicker or more dense than others. This is why sometimes it's like going slow and sometimes it's going fast. So I just want to show you, prove you, the machine can achieve perfect decorative stitches in that thickness. Now I ask my machine to stop at the to finish my design. Up, and I don't use my thread cutter. I use the one on the side. And whoops, look at the perfect result. Perfect all the way. The machine didn't have a problem, neither to start, neither to stop. And you know what? It's not thin, huh, this. So, geotextile, padding, because this is not batting, yeah, it's padding really. And geotextile. Don't do iron this because this will melt. It will damage, it will dirty your iron. Okay, you cannot. So just with your hand, finger press, and it's no problem. So look at look how nice it is. If you want, you can make lines of design. You're gonna make it your way, yeah. You can draw lines only with the padding and make some stitches. Leave nothing for your knees, okay? And it's a great gift for Mother's Day. So you see, I left my see, this is exactly the hoop I used. Huh? So why do we need such a big hoop? Well, for many different things. Huh? It's really convenient. Okay, so this I told you. Now, for the one who has the Continental M17, I'm going to close it and I'll turn it on because I want you to know and to remember. Maybe you didn't know, maybe you were not over the internet, you didn't look. Version 1.10. Okay, so don't forget, it's a free update for Continental M17. So you have to own the M17. And that doesn't, this update doesn't apply on any other embroidery Genome machine. It's specifically for Continental M17. I suggest you to visit the Genome Global site, and you'll see why this update is for, what it did to your machine. It just made it better. Okay. And read everything. And also, for sure, I suggest you read everything, how to do it before you do the update. They suggest you um, an key memory USB key not more than 2 GB. Okay, and I believe this because it's too big if you use something else. And also you have to format it FAT32. So this is really important. Of course, you're going to read the same thing that I'm telling you, but if you follow all the rules, you'll have no problem. I read over the Facebook that some ladies had problem. Maybe you didn't read entirely, or maybe you didn't understand entirely, and you didn't download properly. So you download over your computer, you unzip, then you send everything, you copy paste everything on your USB memory stick that was empty and FAT32 before you copy paste. And then you shut down your machine, insert the USB key, and you maintain with your finger the up and down needle and the lock stitch button. So you hold this very 3-4 minutes, then turn on the machine, keep your fingers there, and then you'll be a system update, something similar. The screen is green, the two screens are green, but there's more action is happening here. So you let it go, let go your fingers, and then you'll see number one, you'll see the upgrade working, number two, another color, number three, and then number four. When all of this is finished, you're going to read finish, close your machine, remove your USB memory stick, and then turn on your machine, and you'll see version 1.10. After this, go on your computer and delete everything from your USB key. It's done. Don't save it. Don't keep it. There's no need for that. So clear your USB stick and then use USB stick as usual. Okay. So again, I use geotextile. I hope I'm pronouncing good. And this is something for gardening. And this is the one I use, but there's so many on the market. So many. And you see, what is this for? This is exactly what I used. Okay. So if it's good on the earth here, one layered, for sure it's good for my niece or your mother, or anyway, a nice gift to give to somebody for, I would say Mother's Day, but for as a gift. Okay, I'm coming back and I see. Hold on. Oh, how do I come back here? Oh, here. Okay, I want to. I don't know how to turn the camera, but I'm going to read. Okay. Oh boy, there's a lot of name. So Diana, Marty, Juliette from New Zealand, Maria, bonjour, good to see you. Thank you, Mariella. Jeanette Bocco from Sweden. Okay, Cheryl, I still a little late, but I'm here for the most of the live. Good. But if you missed the live, if you miss it, don't worry. Janome save everything on Facebook. Okay. Fabulous. Thank you, Celine. Oh, and I want to say I have no pattern. I decide because according to my hoop, I could do it smaller. I can do 2 knee pads. do you know what? There's no limit. Go and see on Pinterest and Google it. Jeannie, hello Jeannie, and Margie, so inspiring, good. I always learn something new with you. Oh, gee, this is the best compliment I can ever have. The Acufane to do a decorative stitch is fabulous, perfect. I hope, Jeannie, you have a CM17. Bonjour, Danielle. Thank you, Celine. Always interesting. I enlarged my computer screen to see exactly which button to use for this design. Okay, good. Okay. Stephanie, bye bye. Julie Powell, howdy from Florida. Okay. Shirley, Cheryl, I save all my life to watch for inspiration. You're so creative. So good. You know what? I'm not that creative. My creativity comes from Pinterest. And then I manage my way. I I get the inspiration from there, and then I manage to to fit it with my machine. I would like to say goodbye by turning the camera, but I don't know what I did. I don't see this. I don't see anymore how to turn it. Uh, no, I don't know. So sorry about that. I'm not that great on the computer. I'm a better sewer than computer girl. So I'm saying goodbye to everybody and see you. See you next week. Bye bye. Have a good week.